Hi. Hi, I am Dr. S Deepa from Department of ECE, Panimalar Engineering College. In this session, we are going to discuss about steganography. What is the contents? What we are going to discuss in this session is what is steganography, what are the applications of steganography, the history of steganography, and how it has revolutioned into digital steganography, a model of steganography, and how image steganography is used, and what is a technique called LSB is discussed, and steganography tools, steganalysis, and conclusion finally. So before getting into what is steganography, let us start with a small example. You see a text here. This was a text sent by the German embassy during World War I. So when you just go through this text here, we don't find any hidden message or any hidden text in it. But actually these 4 sentences is containing a hidden text here. Okay. So only you have to take the first letter from each and every word in the text. When you do it, you will be getting this message. Pershing sails from New York, June 1. Okay. So this hidden message is hidden inside this text. So this is one example where steganography is used. A second example where the steganography was said to be used is in this Twin Tower. We know that in September 2001, 11 September 2001, Twin Towers, which is in USA, was attacked by a group of terrorists. So this is an image showing the attack. So they say that the communication which took place between the terrorists and the Al-Qaeda quarters was not traced by the USA intelligence agency. That was because the text what they have transmitted was transmitted using the concept of steganography. The plane number, the aeroplane number is Q33NY. NY stands for New York. So this simple text was transmitted. But when you convert this text using the Wingdings font, that gets transformed into the below images like this, which shows that you are going to attack the Twin Towers using an aeroplane. This shows the terror attack symbol. Okay. So this shows how steganography has played a major role in the attack of this Twin Towers, which collapsed the entire US economy, where about 3,000 people were killed and more than 6,000 people were injured. So steganography has played a major role in this attack. So now we will see what is this steganography. Steganography is derived from Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus is a dinosaur which has got a covered back like this. The term stego refers to cover. The term stego refers to cover and graphy refers to the art of writing. Okay. So steganography refers to the art of covered writing. So steganography is nothing but the art of writing hidden message such that nobody else even recognize there is a message being transmitted. It is like we are going to smuggle the information. We have all come across smuggling goods. It is like we are going to smuggle the information. The information transmission itself cannot be recognized by a third party. Only the sender and the receiver will know that there is a information inside the transmitted message. Okay. So where do we use this steganography? Before going into the applications of steganography, all of us have a confusion. What is the difference between steganography and cryptography? In cryptography, we know that the text will be converted into cipher text, whereas there everybody knows the message is being transmitted. But only thing is we will not know what the actual message, because that is encrypted. Whereas in steganography, the transmission of message itself is unknown. That itself is hidden. The message itself is hidden under a cover. So the cover can be an image or an audio file or a text file. So the presence of message itself is hidden in steganography. So that is the major difference between steganography and cryptography. Cryptography, we know that a message is being transmitted, whereas in steganography the message itself is hidden. So where is this steganography coming into application? Is it required? Is it an use? Is it a boon or it is a abuse? That is what we are going to see. The main application of steganography is for secured military communication. The term covert means secured. That means the transmission of message is not known to anybody. And for secured police communication and for digital rights management. Now, with the invent of the digital medium or the multimedia, we know that all our files, all our messages, the images and videos can be downloaded by anybody and used by anybody. So, to avoid that, we can secure the intellectual property of such images, music, electronic books, etc. using steganography. And one more major application is whenever we try to transmit a medical image concerning to a particular patient, we can embed the details of that particular patient also into the image and we can transmit, so that the details and the image, they will be transmitted together. And another important application is tamper proofing. Tamper proofing is an application where the data, when you feel the data is very, very important, that should not be tampered by anybody, what I can do is I can hide the data into an image and I can transmit. So, these are the applications where this steganography comes into use. Apart from this, we know that some applications which we cannot find in the book. So, whenever there is use, whenever any technology can be used, the same technology can also be abused. So, the same steganography technology can be used for money laundering, drug running, spying. Spy agents can make use of it, and terrorism. As we have seen the first example, Twin Tower example, there also your steganography is used for attacking. Terrorism purpose it is used. So, this is an unfortunate thing which we cannot avoid. Any technology has got both use and abuse. Let us see a brief history about the steganography, how this came into existence. Earlier, wax tablets were used. Actually, this in ancient Greece practices, they were using wax tablet. And one more method was like the message will be embedded on wood and the wood will be covered with wax, so that the presence of message will not be known to anybody. And we know even as a child we would have made use of invisible ink. We can write it on a paper using an invisible ink, and when it is exposed to heat or flame, those letters will come, they will appear. Okay. So, we can make use of secret inks. And one more interesting example is, which was used in earlier days, slaves' head. They will shave the head of the slaves and the message will be written on the scalp of the slaves. And they will wait until the hair is growing. They will wait until the hair is growing, and once the hair is grown, this person, this slave will be sent to the receiver. So, when this person reaches the receiver will once again shave his head and they will read what is the message written on his scalp. This is a very old technology. This again was followed in Greece. And during World War II, microdots were used. Microdots are small sized dots. The dots will be very smaller than the period produced by a typewriter. Okay. So, this should be zoomed and read. The information should be zoomed. The microdots will be containing all the information. The receiver has to zoom the microdot and read what is the information present in the microdots. And in later stage, Morse code was used. We know that Morse code is a technology used in telegraph. So, later stage they made use of Morse code, and the code will be embedded into yarn, and that yarn will be made into a ball, and this ball will be transmitted from the sender to the receiver. And one more method what they were using is, whenever a envelope is sent through post, below the postage stamp, the place under the postage stamp will be used for writing the message. So, these are the earlier applications. Later stage, spies made use of milk, fruit juice or baking soda. Especially lemon juice has been used as an invisible ink. Okay. So, using this invisible ink, they used to write on a paper, and this paper, when it is exposed to UV light or heat or flame, they can know what is written in the paper. So, now we have seen what we have seen earlier are physical techniques. That is where we use either wood or we make use of paper. All these, in the first case, wood is acting as the cover medium. The message is there on the wood and we are using wax. Okay. Second case, we are using paper. So, all those are physical medium. So how the steganography has developed into digital steganography? What are the covers we can use? So in digital steganography, since we are transmitting large amount of information either in the form of text or image or audio or video every day, we know that all these files will be having some amount of redundant data. So this redundant data can be replaced with the required message what we would like to transmit. Okay. So for a cover, I can make use of either an image or audio or video or text. Any of these files can be used as a cover image, cover inside which I can embed my secret message. The carrier files, the format of files which can be used are .bmp, JPEG, GIF, WAV, MP3, and apart from this any other file with any extension can be used for embedding my secret message. So this shows a general block diagram for steganography. So that we have a secret message and we have a cover. So this secret message and the cover will be given to the stego system encoder with the key. So the process of embedding the secret message into my cover will be done with the help of my key. So this key will be known to the encoder as well as to the decoder. So I will be getting my stego object. The stego object will be transmitted through the channel, and once the decoder receives the stego object, he will be making use of the same key and he will be extracting the message from the cover. So the secret message will be extracted from the cover. So this is an example for image steganography. So what we see here is a cover image and this is my secret image. So this cover image, this secret image is embedded into my cover image and this is the stego image what I obtain. Okay. So when you compare the cover image and the stego image, we see that there is no difference at all. So by naked eye, nobody cannot even think about that there is some information or a secret information inside this image. What we see is a general image. Nobody can't even assume that there is a secret image inside this image. So that is the main advantage of steganography. People can't even realize that my message is getting transmitted. Only the sender and the receiver will know the message is being transmitted. So one simple example of steganography is a common technique which is used is LSB. LSB stands for least significant bit substitution. Say for example, this is my cover text or cover image. So we know that whether it is text or image, when it is stored digitally, my data is going to be in binary format like this. Okay. So now say suppose I would like to embed my secret number 65 into this cover data. This number 65, the binary equivalent of it is shown there. Okay. So now what we do is the least significant bit of every data here will be replaced with my message, secret message that is to be embedded. So what is the secret, what is the LSB here? 1. This 1 should be replaced with 0. Same way coming here, my second bit there is 1, whereas here it is 0. So this 0 is replaced with 1. And my third bit there is 0, here also it is 0, so there is no need for any change. So when I try to embed my message like this, what I find here is only 5 bits are changed and 3 other bits are unaltered. So when you see this as an image, the naked eye cannot even realize that a secret text is embedded into the image. So this is one more application of steganography. Watermarking is coming under steganography. But the application is like in watermarking, we are doing it purposefully so that nobody can make use of your files. These are some of the tools which can be used for doing steganography. Steganos, S tools, Steg hide, invisible secrets, JP hide, camouflage, hiderman, and many others. So steg analysis. So whenever we do steganography, what the receiver is doing, that process is called as steg analysis. Steg analysis is the counter effect of steganography. So here, since the receiver knows the key, he can easily extract the data. When a third person is trying to extract the data, it is not possible. He will be doing repeated attempts. So, that process is called as Steg analysis. So, as we have discussed, steganography is really cool. It is a fun to deal with, and it is easy to implement, but it is a very fairly effective method of doing secret transmission. And as I have discussed earlier, we have both good and bad applications. So, when it is used for secret military communication, it comes as a good application, and when terrorists make use of it, it comes as a bad application. Thank you all. Thank you.